somewhere only we know.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be discussing what's coming up next in Jorvik and the game blog for May. So first we'll cover what's coming up next and then we'll get into the blog because the blogs are always longer and I don't know, that's just how we're going to do it. I hope everyone has been keeping well. It's been a bit cold where I am. It's currently winter, but I think for most of the world it's coming into summer, so I hope you guys are enjoying the sun. Up next in Jorvik, this has been released on May the 29th, 2023. Rainbow Horses in the Sky, June 7th. It is time for our Rainbow Festival. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love the Rainbow Festival. Pride Festival, you know, same thing. Time for our Rainbow Festival. Micah has landed in her hot air balloon beside ꞵ𝗵𝘂𝘁𝗧𝘵, ready to take you to Cloud Kingdom. There you will find beautiful rainbow horses, designs inspired by players. Unfortunately, it appears ꞵ𝗵𝘧𝘵 has returned and stolen all the colours again. So you will once again have to help restore the colours and the kingdom to its former glory. Once all the colours are restored, you can enjoy the magic of the Rainbow Festival in Cloud Kingdom and Jorvik. Micah always manages to lose her items. Luckily, Pico is up to help you find them. Okay, so it sounds like it's just gonna be the exact same as last year. I mean, it's cool that we have something to do. I don't know. I was hoping for something a little bit different. And I do love ꞵ𝗵𝘧𝘵, so I mean, I'm not complaining that we have a quest to do with her. Race with ꞵ𝗵𝘧𝘵 and 𝘴𝘰𝘧𝘵. It would not be easy to tackle ꞵ𝗵𝘧𝘵 during the Rainbow Festival, and she doesn't give up so easily. She will have new challenges for you to tackle. Keep your eyes sharp. The road will be tricky, and you don't often see ice in Fort Pinter. Rainbow Festival feels a little extra this year and wishes to be around longer than usual. It will be around for 4 weeks instead of 2, so no stress to run after rainbows, gathering summer tokens, and run the rainbow race. Okay, so that's new. It doesn't really seem like there's much happening. June 20th, New You. Updated character release. This will be a historic day in many ways. Our very first update is on a Tuesday and will be the new player character release. From now on you will have many more options when you customize your character, choosing between faces, eyes, skin tones, body types and more. Head to any salon or home stable for the new customization alternatives. So that's all that's coming out that day, and it will be on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday. New race in paddock props in Dundle on June 28th. The Jorvik Ranger Louis got a taste of hosting a race. He wants to expand what he offers in Dundle's paddock, so he's added a second equitation race, and you can now also find paddock props. Magical horse rotation is Talina and Campos, which are the ꞵ𝗵𝘧𝘵𝘂𝘠 seahorses. Small update after June 20th, which honestly we will probably need after the characters because we are gonna have to cool off, I think. I know I definitely will. I'm feeling a little hesitant about the new characters. So moving on to the game blog. May's game blog. Storm over Devil's Gap and player character. In this month's blog we have some great behind the scenes insight from the making of the new quest Storm over Devil's Gap, plus an exciting update on the player character. Make sure you also read our extra special blog about horse progression in case you missed it. Alright, I'm putting that up in the corner because I've gone over that one. Storm over Devil's Gap. Game design and story written by Nadia and Harry, who are the game writer and game designer. Hey yo! This is Nadia, game writer, and Harry, game designer. And today we will be discussing the magic behind the game design and story in the latest primary quest, Storm over Devil's Gap. Heads up, there will be spoilers, okay? Do you hear that? If you haven't done the quest yet and you don't want to be spoiled, this is your spoiler warning, okay? Click away. We've both worked on previous primary quest, namely One of Our Witches and Through the Vala Portal. Harry also worked on the Sabine primary quest for the 2022 Equestrian Festival and the Yeti quest during 2022 Winter Festival. Nadia's duties as a game writer span different side quests, festival content, and, of course, the main story. In total, there were 2 writers and 2 designers working on this quest. In Star Stable Online's primary quests are an epic tale that has been told for over a decade, and the origins of that story can be found in the even older Starshine Legacy games. Therefore, a strong collaborative effort is made between narrative and gameplay designers to create compelling quest experiences. We aim for a sense of novelty while staying true to the beloved soul riders, guardian horses, their allies, and their foes. This quest was the biggest one we've tackled yet. Concord's transformation, entering Devil's Gap, coming face to face with the Ꞵ𝘴, and traversing the wild web were just a few of the story beats we've reached in this release. Here we have a picture of one of the story writers working on the Devil's Gap, and look, can we just zoom in here because we can see this whole map, right? Like here is Wild Woods and like ꞵ𝘵𝘧𝘵𝘅 here, and look at all of this. Like they have it filled in, dude. Like they have it filled in. They've got it planned. It's coming. We start the development of every primary quest by referring to our detailed story roadmap. The digitized story bible and armfuls of writers' notebooks which guide us in a clear direction while still allowing room for creativity to flourish. For instance, Linda's otherworldly vision was something that grew from brainstorming sessions in addition to the thought-provoking pool of pandemonium cave scene in Devil's Gap. Speaking of which, Devil's Gap has had many visions over the years. At one point in 2018, it was even under consideration for being turned into a concert arena. That was mentioned in the quest. Eventually we decided to embrace the aesthetic of the ꞵ𝘴 and give them a home befitting their ancient mystical roots. Star Stable Online is its own game, with unique characters and a standalone story, but we don't want to forget the game's origins, so our brilliant artist and level designer drew inspiration from Devil's Gap in Starshine Legacy, transforming it to fit SSO's unique style of design. Okay, this is interesting because here they're trying to say that it's its own game, that it's its own standalone thing, and it's not connected to the Starshine Legacy game, but I feel like they're trying to cover their own tracks here because it was a follow-on. Like, this was a follow-on. I mean, it's following the story, right? That's where all the history is. The history is in those games. So to say that it's not part of it, that doesn't make sense to me. And I think it's not making sense to a lot of people because now, like, they've gotten rid of the books, they've got rid of all of the stuff, and it feels like they're trying to break away from that. But it's like, you can't do that when you're in the middle of a freaking storyline and not follow it. And it's like, well, like, even though they're saying here, like, we did want to go back to that, you can't just suddenly say, oh, it's a standalone thing now. You know, it's like maybe move, like, once we finish, like, this kind of quest line, we move on to the new stuff, right? Then we can start doing that and making it its own thing. But while we're still, like, in this storyline, I don't think it's a great idea. You know, the whole thing with ꞵ𝘴𝘅 and everything, it's like, yeah, maybe, like, let's just keep it all together so everything's not all confusing. When it came to the most important part of them all, Concord's transformation from a foal to a fully grown guardian horse, the whole team came together to ensure the moment felt just as grand as we'd been building it up to be. We were lucky to have the opportunity to work with an animator on this project who created full storyboards for this cutscene. These storyboards were then integrated as a group and the final form of the cutscene was developed over a span of many weeks. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like, that cutscene, it was really beautiful. And, like, the emotion in Anne's face and, like, the magic with the ꞵ𝘴, it was all really beautiful. I really enjoyed watching that and being a part of that. Developing these primary quests is above all a team effort, which the Concord transformation exemplified. The sound design, music, writing, game design, art, QA, and animation that went into creating this quest had to merge together to create a seamless final result. From a broader perspective, this quest represents the end of one story arc and the beginning of the next. After all, we haven't spoken to the Keepers of Ādīn in a while, and what is Sabine planning to do with ꞵ𝘵𝘧𝘵𝘅? Is it Runhammer? It looks like Runhammer, but I'm pretty sure it's like ꞵ𝘵𝘧𝘵𝘅. But yeah, it's interesting to see where it is gonna go next, because we've been on this Concord quest for like 10 years. Seriously, like 10 years. Well, almost 10 years. Concord hasn't... I mean, yeah, it's been happening since the beginning, since the game came out, and now it's done. It's like, oh, well, we've got her. So it's like, now what? Like, this has been building for like 10 years, and to be honest, like, it was a really nice scene and stuff, but man, it came and went so quickly. Like, I was kind of hoping that, like, the emotion and, like, everything like that was a bit more drawn out. But, I mean, it was still really nice. I still enjoyed it a lot. Storm over Devil's Gap environment art. And this is by Madeline Asp, a senior 3D artist. Hi there, my name is Madeline Asp and I'm an environment artist. I am pleased to have the chance to talk about some new areas created for the primary quest. I love working on primary story quests. To support the quest, we want to create epic experiences, and for an environmental artist, that means creating incredible environments to discover and explore. We knew that for the next step in the primary story quest, we needed to find a way into Devil's Gap. We had a lot of discussion on how the player will get to experience Devil's Gap, and in the end it came down to two options: create a location in a space or in the world. Both have had their challenges and advantages. A space is an area that you get teleported to that takes you away from Jorvik, while the world would mean that it takes place on Jorvik without needing to be transported elsewhere. The space would be an option to be a cave that takes place underneath Devil's Gap, but a cave would be limited in size and we wanted a bigger area to support gameplay, so we decided to use the surface of Devil's Gap in the world. Perhaps in the future we need to delve deeper underground into the heart of Devil's Gap. Ooh, okay, that would be interesting. Because to be honest, like, I did think that Devil's Gap would be like more scary, and like because it's had this like foreboding scary feeling. I don't know, I felt scared of Devil's Gap, but then when we went in there I was kind of like, oh, like it's kind of spooky but it's not like scary, or like, I don't know, I was kind of like, okay. So that would be really cool, like going underground. For Devil's Gap we wanted to respect the old design from Starshine Legacy but make it even more interesting with lots of places to explore within it. Well, you did that because I got lost about 100 times. The themes we loved from the old Devil's Gap were the narrow cliffs and spooky atmosphere, but to make the area more rewarding to explore, we created sub-areas with their own themes. For example, a swamp with a river running through, more greenery on the highest levels, and a lot of fog and Pandoric influence on the rocky lower levels. As we know, the ☴𝗶𝘁𝗫𝘢 inhabit Devil's Gap, and when they draw magic from Pandoria, it affects the surrounding area. This shows itself through Pandoric crystals, mushrooms, and withering trees. Yeah, they did a really good job. This is the picture. This is the picture that they show on the blog for the Devil's Gap atmosphere. See, we've got like our little Pandoric things, our mushrooms, a little bit of spookiness here. Like, yeah, it's very cool. It's a very nice area. Not only did we want to create epic locations to support the main quest, but also needed visual effects for the magic used in the cutscenes and the Chaos Vortex. Pandoria is not inherently evil, but when it seeps through into the world of Jorvik, it gets very dangerous. So the Chaos Vortex needed to represent the danger visually on a massive scale. Yeah, they did that. I think they did that. This required a lot of investigation on how to achieve this. Fortunately, Jan, the shader wizard, can figure out a solution to any problem. Go Jan! So this is the Chaos Vortex plans, I guess. So we've got some colorings up here, and this is what they had. I was so impressed with that vortex. Like, it just looked, the animation of it looks so good. In the primary story quest, we learned that the warden trees are connected by a magical root system, which we have to travel through to get to Devil's Gap. Figuring out what this area looks like was interesting, and our talented concept artist Matilda did an amazing job on that. Creating locations in-game based on concepts can be challenging due to limitations of the engine, especially when you really want to capture the beauty of a concept. Yeah, yeah, that's like me when I try to do art and I've got art in my head and it's like Instagram versus reality. Earlier I mentioned the Valor drawing magic from Pandoria. Well, the wild weave is magical, but not at all based in Pandoric magic. It is instead based on the magic of Ādīn. While Pandoric magic corrupts, the magic of Ādīn heals. And so the design needs to represent that magic, which is why we went to the golden colour scheme with lots of greenery. The contrast in the design of these two locations should make this primary quest the experience especially exciting and engaging. We hope you enjoy exploring them. Honestly, the wild weave, such a beautiful place to explore and like go through. Like, it really does have that feeling of like warmth and, I don't know, warm fuzzies. Try out the new character avatar soon by Juliana, producer WebX and launches. While the game team has been working hard on updating the new player avatar in Star Stable Online, We on the WebX team, responsible for developing our web services, have been busy too. And you can see a little busy bee. We're working on using the game 3D assets to update the character creation page. Sounds simple, just copy and paste, right? Nope, the game tech and 3D assets are very different in-game versus on the web. So this has been a huge adventure for us in collaboration with our trusted companies, our trusted companions on the character game team. We, well, our web wizard Oliver, have had to experiment a lot, bump into a lot of challenges, ask the internet for support, interview 3D artists, tech artists, animators, and also celebrated a lot of wins by solving one little or big issue at a time. I think I've never seen Oliver this happy. It's been a joy sitting beside this creative and sometimes frustrated energy. We will soon, like very, very soon, release a brand new web page where we'll display the web version of the in-game character. Why? So you can get the chance to try out the character for a while before it's in the game with some of the new customization options. It's also handy for us as a way to try get the new feature with a large audience. We can test and test before release, but we'll always learn even more once features are being used and explored by you. Once this character page is out, we have the opportunity to find any weirdness that we haven't found during the development phase. And this is crucial, as we're also rebuilding the registration page to include the new player avatar. The switch has to happen simultaneously when the new character is released in the game, so any new players can create an avatar with the new customization options. Website under construction. I would like to take this opportunity to tell you that we are redesigning the website from scratch, code and all. Oh my gosh, fully taking over. And we have been doing so for a year now. Most things happen underneath the hood so you won't notice, like replacing the legacy code and really old, weird solutions. Unfortunately, this means building everything from scratch while also keeping things up and running in the meantime. To take on the challenge, we're working on switching out one little piece at a time. This is quite time consuming and you might see some inconsistencies here and there for the foreseeable future. Tongue twisters. Hopefully you're also noticing that we're adding a few features that make it easier for our content managers to easily update the website and add new pages such as festival pages and the horse pages. So exciting! Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the June edition of the blog. Okay, so that's the blog. I would really like to try out this new player character thing. So let's have a go at that. So here we go. Here's our starter page, right? Let me see. What's this? Skin color? I really want like an albino one. All these different shades are really awesome though. Like, it's really cool that there's so many different shades. But I would like a white one. I don't want like pink, like ethereal white. Like a little elf. These are the different faces. See, I wish that we could change like each feature on the face, like our eyes, our nose, and our mouth. And our face shape. Like, it kind of annoys me that these are in presets, because I really like this one, like this face, but then I don't like how it's so round. I don't know. Maybe this one. So makeup. I like having a darker lip, and we usually get like the pink eyes. Oh, they've got different colored eyes now, like these ones. There's like more detail in them. Okay, and then we have eyebrows, girl. Okay, we need eyebrows. Our characters look so funny without eyebrows. I like those ones. I kind of like... I want a little more shape though. Bringing back the 90s. Yeah, I think I like those. And you can do color as well. So I would probably go... Yeah, like not like white. Those look nice actually. if they're a little bit later. I'm not sure. I need to do hair first. I wish I could zoom out a wee bit. This little ponytail's cute. I would need to take my hat off. Little ponytail's cute. That's cute as well. It's like wavy. Well, there's this one. This is more, I don't know. Let's do color. Yes, we could have white. We can't have white with this one. This one. Because this is the one that I have at the moment. But I don't really like the side fringe. And I've had this hair for like years. Like, I kind of want something cute. Because I like this one on the other model, but it looked so, like, it didn't look good. Like, when you moved and stuff, like, when the head would move, it would, like, just stick out, and I was like, yeah, not for me. I don't want a hat. I don't like how, like, the tops come down over the pants like that. Like, that, honestly, it's making my brain itch. And it's on, like, every top. Like, why? Like, these ones come up. I don't know why they're like that. Like, this one, no. They're all different sizes. It's weird. You know, like, they all come at different... But these are all the same. This is a cute top, actually. I like these pants better, but it doesn't match the color. I might have to go with these. Wait, why are these cute? Oh, those have nice, like, but it won't go with the outfit. I actually really like these, but they don't go with the outfit. Oh my god, we have toes! Guys, we have toes! They're really long, but, like, we have toes. Okay, I think these are cute, these two. So this is my character that I don't want gloves. I don't think gloves really suit what's happening. So this is my character that I made. Honestly, cute. Like, I can vibe with it. Is it that one? Yeah, that one maybe. Not really sure. Yeah, I mean, it's still a work in progress, I think. But, I mean, overall, I think we can style our character to look okay. I'm interested to know what the crop tops are gonna look like. Because we haven't seen that yet. Like, there's no option for crop tops. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna look. I'm not feeling overly positive, but I think they're better than the beta testers. Like, they've done a little bit of work. Now that I'm seeing it on the computer, because I did have a little play on the mobile and I was like, what is this? Like, I can't even see any difference. But now that I've properly sat down on the computer and, like, dressed it up and had a proper play, I'm like, okay, like, I can get behind this a little bit. I need to try it out first before I can really make it a proper judgment. Yeah, I was worried that our characters were going to look too much like children. But I mean, my character, I don't feel like looks too much like a child right here. I was worried about not having, like, proper body anatomy. But you can't really tell in clothes like this, but, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's something we're just gonna have to figure out. I would like there to be more anatomy. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, if it's like stuff like this, can't really tell. But alright, those are my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what yours are. What are you thinking or hoping for with the characters? And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Somewhere only we know.